English is a vast language. Millions of words have been added since its origin. It is the most common and official language used worldwide. To communicate in English, we need to know its basics. In our previous videos, we have been learning about some basics of grammar. Now, we shall proceed further with narration. Direct speech and indirect speech are two types of narration. Let's study about them today. Let's start and try to understand the concept of narration. As the word itself indicates, narration means to narrate, to deliver or narrate words or sentences which convey some message is known as narration. The narration can either be quoted in the same words of the speaker, or it may be delivered in other words, but the essence of the sentence should be maintained. That is, the substance of the sentence should not be changed. The two types of narration are direct speech and indirect speech. We shall study about these in our forthcoming slides. Direct speech. Direct means in the same way. In direct speech, we quote the exact words of the speaker and indicate them within the inverted commas. This we shall understand with the help of some examples. Here is an example given. Sophia says, "When will you come to Dubai?" Here, Sophia is quoting some words and we have put those words within the inverted commas without altering or changing them. In the second example, Ravi said, "Anju has gone to the market." Here also, we have put the exact word what the Ravi had said without changing any form. Now we shall try to understand the concept or the features of direct speech. We have taken an example here. Radha says, "Anil is playing football." With the help of this example, we can understand that a sentence in a direct speech is divided into two parts, that is, reporting verb and reported verb. The two parts are segregated with the help of a comma. For example, here Radha says is the reporting verb and the words quoted in between the inverted commas, that is, Anil is playing football, are the reported verb. We all know that a simple sentence begins with a capital letter. A sentence in a direct speech is no exception. Here also, the sentence as usual begins with a capital letter. The reported verb is enclosed within the inverted commas. The reported verb also begins with a capital letter. Here we see that the first word, that is Anil, has been put with a capital letter. The punctuation marks, that is full stop or period, question mark or exclamation mark, will always come before closing the inverted comma. As you can see in the given sentence, Anil is playing football. A period has been put before the inverted commas. The tense of the reported verb will not change within the inverted comma when we are stating it. Indirect speech. When we report the thoughts of the speaker in our own words, but the essence of the matter is not changed, is termed as indirect speech or narration or reported speech. The substance of the sentence should not change while narrating the words of the speaker. For example, Rajesh said that he was going to the market. Here, with the help of this example, we can understand that Rajesh would have said that he was going to the market, but instead of saying the exact words For example, he would have said, Rajesh said, I am going to the market. Here we have changed the words, but the essence or the meaning of the words remain the same. Second example, mother scolded me on not completing my homework. Here also, we have not quoted the exact words of the mother, but the essence or the meaning of the words have been retained. Indirect speech. When we report the thoughts of the speaker in our own words, but the essence of the matter is not changed, is termed as indirect speech or narration or reported speech. The substance of the sentence should not change while narrating the words of the speaker. For example, Rajesh said that he was going to the market. Here, with the help of this example, we can understand that Rajesh would have said that he was going to the market, but instead of saying the exact words, for example, he would have said, Rajesh said, I am going to the market. Here we have changed the words, but the essence or the meaning of the words remain the same. Second example, mother scolded me on not completing my homework. Here also, we have not quoted the exact words of the mother, but the essence or the meaning of the words have been retained. Features of indirect speech. Let us take an example. Saurabh told Silky that he was not feeling well. Here we can see that the sentence in an indirect speech is always a simple statement or a declarative or assertive sentence. The tense of the reported verb changes according to the tense of reporting verb in the direct speech. Inverted commas are not used while narrating the words of the speaker. An indirect sentence cannot be in interrogative form, exclamatory form, or imperative form. That is, we cannot use any type of punctuation mark other than the full stop or period. Question marks and exclamatory marks are not used in an indirect speech. More often, a conjunction that is added to join the reported speech to the rest of the sentence. We have seen in the direct speech that the two parts of the sentence, that is the reporting verb and the reported verb, are separated with the help of a comma. And then the reported verb starts with an inverted comma. When we remove this comma and an inverted comma, we generally put a conjunction that there to join both the parts of the sentence. Now, since we have understood the features of direct speech and indirect speech, we will move further and try to understand how to change a sentence from direct to indirect. There is a lot of confusion amongst students that when do we use said and when to use told while changing a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Here we will try to understand this concept. Firstly, the reporting verb said is changed to told if it has an object after it. That means if the verb is transitive. I hope students you all know about the concept of the transitive and intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is that which completes its meaning without an object, but a transitive verb needs an object to make a complete sense or to imply its meaning. So whenever there is a transitive verb, we will change said to told. For example, Geeta said to ma'am, I will come tomorrow. Here, ma'am is the object. So we will change said to told. We will write, Geeta told ma'am that she would come the next day. Secondly, The verb said may also be replaced with other verbs like stated, informed, replied, answered, etc. according to the form of the sentence. If there is a suggestion, if there is an information, if it is a reply, so we can change the word said accordingly. For example, Purnima said, "Let us go for a picnic." Here, Purnima is trying to make a suggestion. So we will change it into indirect. Purnima suggested to go for a picnic. The verb said remains unchanged when it is not followed by an object. That means if it is an intransitive verb. The Prime Minister said, "The country observes a lockdown from tomorrow." Here there is no object with the word, so we will say the Prime Minister said that the country would observe a lockdown from the next day. Hope you understood the concept of said and told. Children, we all know that basically there are 4 types of sentences. These are declarative or assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, or exclamatory sentences. And we also know that a sentence in an indirect speech should always be in a declarative or assertive form or a simple statement. So, to change all these kinds of sentences into an indirect speech, we will change the reporting verb according to the form of the sentence. We shall deal with this one by one. The reporting verb in an imperative sentence is replaced by words like requested, pleaded, advised, suggested, etc. As we all know that a sentence in an imperative form tries to suggest a request or give an advice or give a suggestion. For example, the teacher said, "Be quiet." Here we know that the teacher is ordering the class to be quiet. So, while changing it into an indirect form, we will write, "The teacher ordered the class to be quiet." The reporting verb in an interrogative sentence is replaced by words like questioned, asked, inquired, etc. As in an interrogative sentence, we tend to ask some question or inquire about something. For example, father asked, "Where are you going?" The father inquired, "Where was he going?" Children, here we have seen that we have omitted the question mark. Also, we have changed the interrogative form of the sentence by putting the subject before the verb. The reporting verb in an exclamatory sentence is replaced by words like exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with delight, etc. As in an exclamatory sentence, we try to portray a feeling or an emotion. For example, she said, "Oh, I am seeing you after so long." Here she is exclaiming with joy. So, to write it into a simple statement, we will write, "She exclaimed with joy that she was seeing him after so long." Hope it is clear to you all now. In the same way, there are some changes in the possessive adjectives. The possessive adjectives in the first person, that is my, mine, change into her or his, their, those according to the subject of the verb. For example, Anurag said, "This pen is mine." Here Anurag is the subject, so mine will change into his. Anurag said that the pen was his. Possessive adjectives in the second person, that is your, change into the same person as the object of the reporting verb. Megha asked Radha, "Where is your exercise book?" Here Megha is the subject and Radha is the object. So, your will change according to the object. Megha asked Radha where her exercise book was. There is no change in the possessive adjectives in the third person. Hope it is clear to all of you now. Children, we tried to understand the basic concept of direct or indirect speech in this video, but still there are many topics left and are uncovered. we shall try to continue and understand those chapters in our upcoming videos. Till then, take care, keep learning, keep smiling. Thanks.